why on earth people would ever enlist or sign a contract and anticipate that killing somebody would never ever be a possibility is beyond me. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Lauren Rich, helping you get unfucked every single day. At least that's the goal anyway. I need you to understand that this comes from a place of love and caring about you. This is not a place of criticism. It's going to sound like it because I'm really tired of the complaining. I recently heard within the last 2 weeks, 2 different RPA or UAV pilots report that they did not want to kill people, that they did not sign up to kill people. And so this is where it really got me going. So forgive me if you feel like this is out of line, but we are talking military. We are talking Air Force military, and the constant argument of the Air Force is that they are still military, even though they get shit and flack about not being military or being the chair force. Ultimately, they are still a branch of the military. Why on earth people would ever enlist or sign a contract and anticipate that killing somebody would never ever be a possibility is beyond me. So while I have great empathy for this role and this MOS, this is a huge deal. We see lots of death. We take part in lots of death. There's major trauma. At the end of the day, do not join the military if you are not comfortable with killing another human being. That should be a cut and dry, black and white piece of your enlistment or your officer contract. And again, if you don't feel like that's something that you can do, then you need to get out. Because at the end of the day, when we look at military preparedness or army readiness or whatever we want to call that, every single one of us has to be deployable. We have to be actually ready, deployment qualified and approved. And if that cannot be done, then we're not going. So even if you are an RPA pilot, you still have to be eligible for and pre-qualified or meet the pre-deployment checklist, okay? If you remember the movie Under Siege, which I'm sure most of you are old enough to remember, while not everyone gets or needs a clearance, everyone is required to know how to kill people. This includes RPA pilots. In my opinion, this is like the nurses who said that they did not sign up for a pandemic. No, in fact, this is exactly what you signed up for. So when you are considering being an RPA pilot, or if you already work in this field, you need to make a couple of decisions. One is it right for me? Do I enjoy what I do? Can I live with the decisions that I will have to make at the end of the day? Because ultimately, the government is not going home with what happened. You are going home with what happened. And if you don't think that you can process that and manage those feelings and deal with that trauma, then we need to find you something else. The second piece is that if you like your job and you are okay with having to make that decision to kill another human being, and we want to keep you in that job, then you need to be going to process what is happening on a daily basis with a coach or a provider. All right? This is a big deal. In order for this not to snowball and completely destroy your career and eventually your psychological stability, you will need to go and get this shit taken care of on a regular basis. How many of you watching are RPA pilots, and how many of you have engaged with the enemy and had to terminate with extreme prejudice? If you have had that experience and you were not anticipating that experience, what did that do to you and how did it impact you in a psychological state? If you would put something in the comments below, I would appreciate that, and then we can actually start the dialogue. I'm Lauren Rich, helping you get unfucked. So part of my job is to help you all get unfucked. But if you're curious about how fucked you actually are, you can go online and take the FUBAR assessment at laurenrich.net.